Morning students, welcome to your first semester, and I Rohit Jaiswal, the assistant professor of School of Hospitality, is going to take your lectures on course code BSCH1007, where the course name is Foundation Course in Food and Beverage Service Lab. In this course, we will understand that how exactly you need to perform in Food and Beverage Service department once you will reach to the industry of hospitality. Also, we will become the familiar of all the service styles and skills you will be needing in your life tenure of the hospitality industry. So without wasting much time, let's start today's topic. Today's topic is the familiarization of food and beverage service equipments. So today we will be discussing very briefly about the food and beverage service equipments which we need to perform our operations and to get the clear idea about skills and services of the hospitality industry. The objectives of today's lecture would be, we want you to get familiar with all the equipments we use in the department. Also, we will try to understand the names and categories of all the equipments of food and beverage departments. We will also try to understand and remember the names and recognize the equipments with their shapes and sizes, and we will be trying to understand the use and purpose and basics of all the equipment which we need in our hospitality industry. So let's start with the couple of videos first. I'll show you a video so that you can. So as I has mentioned in the video that we have discussed many of the categories of the food and beverage service equipments, and I told you in the beginning that one by one we will discuss about these all categories so that you can be more familiar with the things. So let's talk about first category, that is cutlery. Now cutlery is very famous word which you may have heard many times, or maybe you are using in your daily life. But when talk about the cutlery as a definition, we should know what exactly the cutlery mean. So as a definition, students, cutlery can be defined as any food and beverage equipment which is used for eating and serving purpose, also made up of any unbreakable metal such as steel, copper, etc. So this is what all about the cutlery is. It can have the example of forks, knives and spoons. In forks, spoons and knives, there can be many types also. For example, you must have seen at your home that there are sometimes you have tea spoon, soup spoon, dinner spoon, dessert spoon, or same goes for the knives and forks. So you need to understand this, whatever the equipments will use for eating and serving purpose, and they are unbreakable, specifically made of stainless steel, comes under the cutlery. So this is the simple way of learning this particular thing. So let's move forward to understand more. Now let's think comes is the crockery. Now as the first thing was cutlery, so easy to remember with the same sequence is crockery. Now someone will ask, what is crockery all about? So guys, everything again which is used for eating and serving purpose in food and beverage department, but made up of the breakable things or breakable items, which can have ceramic, bone china, porcelain, etc. So everything which is made up of non-breakable items and used for eating and service purpose in food and beverage department, it's called crockery. I hope it's clear now. The examples can be many. You must have seen at your home that whenever your mom and parents do get the dinner set, they all comes under the breakable items. I'm not talking about the stainless steels. Guys, stainless steels are not used as the plates and saucers in the hotel industry. The stainless steel is only used in hotel industry for cutlery purpose. For hospitality industry, the crockery is supposed to be ceramics, which includes bone china, earthenware, stoneware maybe, porcelain. These all are the options which we are available with. It do have many examples, for many things do come in this. As you can see in the photo, these bowls which are look like over here, this plate which look like a bowls is actually not a bowl, it is the soup bowl or a pasta bowl or a pasta plate. So basically you need to understand first, what do you understand by this word which is crockery. It may have the example of different sizes of plates, different type of saucers, pasta plates, creamers, jugs, cup saucers, many things. As you can see in this photo, this is the pasta plate, then we have normal under plate, then we have this kind of creamer in which we do serve the milk or cream for the tea coffee service, and other things are already there. But you need to remember this, that crockeries are supposed to be breakable. Alright, so basically cutlery and crockery is easy to remember like this. Let's move to the third friend of these two is, okay, before that we do have the crockery. Now what is crockery? We already understood that. Crockeries are available in different sizes. So once you will be familiar with the word crockery, and then will be having the different type of crockeries available in food and beverage service, then you will come to know about the different sizes and the purpose of those things. For example, you can see that there are so many plates options, but are they all plates for the same purpose? No, all the purpose of all the plates are different. For example, you can see there is a side plate which is of 6 inches in diameter that is used for keeping the breads. Then we have the sweet plate, which is also known as the dessert plate, which is supposed to be 7 inches in diameter. We have fish plate, soup plate, joint plate. There are many plates which you will come across during this course. But before that, you need to understand under what major category these equipments do come. Alright? I hope it's clear. So, as I was saying, let's meet the third friend of these equipments is the glassware. So, whenever we say the equipments called CCG, the full form is always would be cutlery, crockery and glassware. So, third one is the glassware. This is another very important equipment of food and beverage service department, which is used by the customers and guests on the table. Everyone knows what is the glass, right? Kaanch in Hindi and normally is called glass. So everything which is made up of glass is comes under the glassware. Now the question will be arise, sir, what if the crockery is made up of glass? So definitely it would come in the glassware. But understand, simple way, everything which will be made by the glass, you need to say it's a glassware. That's all, easy to remember. So glassware refers to glasses and drinkware items. Basically, all the glassware are supposed to be made for the drinking purpose, right? So it also have another term which is known as drinkware. The term usually refer to the drinking vessels unless the dinnerware is also made of glasses. So guys, as I said earlier, that if the dinnerware is also made of glass, that would count as a glassware, not by the crockery. Crockery is supposed to be made of ceramics. So this term is actually used only for the drinking equipments, or a glassware is supposed to be used for the drinking purpose. So that's what is all about. Now let me make you familiar with the glass style or a glass. We are actually looking the glass since our childhood. At our home, we do have many kind of glasses. But have we ever think that glass can also have some parts? Glass can also be categorized with the help of parts, which are the rim. Let's talk about this particular glass. The top of the glass from where you drink is called rim, where generally the glass where our liquid is stored, that is called bowl, where this kind of glassware do have stem. I'm not saying every glass do have this stem, as you can see the examples in front of you, but yes, whenever this kind of structure comes in a glass, that's called stem. And the last but not least, the foot on which this glass is standing. So you can divide the glass into major 4 categories when we are talking about this kind of glass. Or any kind of glass, the stem may or may not be there, but rim, bowl and foot definitely would be there. So you should know about the glassware first, and secondly the part of the glasses. Easy to remember? Let's move ahead. Next, now new terms comes is the flatware. Now someone may ask, what is flatware? Guys, you need to understand the major categories are cutlery, crockery and glassware. But they are can further divided into many more categories as per their shapes, designs and uses. So now someone will ask, what is flatware? So you need to understand that flatware is actually a term which we use for all those equipments in food and beverage service which is flattened to the table, which are more straight to the table, and in which the depth or volume is very less. For example, any kind of cutlery, any kind of fork, spoon or knife, which was the example of cutlery also, can be the example of flatware also. So do not get confused with this, that someone is asking for flatware or the cutlery. What is the difference? Both are the same things. Only because the cutleries are more flattened in nature, they comes under flatware. Another example of these from crockery can be plates, saucers. Everything which is not depth in nature, which is not hollow in nature, that comes under flatware. So another term after cutlery or crockery is the flatware. So you can understand and remember it. Right? So let's move ahead and let's learn more of the categories. Now we have reached to the flatware. So let's see a couple of examples. From left to right we'll be reading. So as you can see, this is the example of flatware, which is butter knife, dinner or AP knife. Over here AP stands for all purpose. Earlier when it was starting off our industry, we do have many kind of cutleries. But slowly when we got reformed and we came to know about the requirements of the guest, we come to know about that we can actually fulfill our requirement with one kind of cutlery, which is all purpose. AP stands for all purpose, so that means you can either have the cutting work of the main course or the starters with the same cutlery, right? So basically this comes under dinner or AP knife. Then we have the steak knife. Steak knives are actually longer and have more better edge to cut the bigger steaks, bigger meat part. Then followed by that we have the coffee spoon, teaspoon, soup spoon, dinner or AP spoon and service spoon. So these all are things which are flattened to the table, is known as the flatware. I hope it's clear. Let's move forward. Let's move ahead. Let's talk about the hollowware. Now what is hollowware? Guys, as you can understand that our industry is based on very simple logics and it's very easy to understand things with a very small common sense. So you need to find out what exactly the meaning is. So guys, as we all know, the meaning of hollow. Hollow is the thing, something which is deep, which is hollow in nature and has the capacity to hold something, maybe liquid, right? Or maybe non-liquid items. So basically hollowware are those kind of equipments in food and beverage service which can be from cutlery, which can be from crockery, which can be from glassware, but supposed to be deep in the terms of depth and should be little heighted. For examples, the water jugs, the creamers, soup cups, saucers. Then we have sugar basins, cereal bowls and cruet sets. So these are all the things which are, you can see in the photos over here, are those things which have the depth in it and is suitable enough to keep something in it, so that you can serve and you can enjoy it from it easily. So anything which is related to hollowware word comes, it simple means that it has the height and is hollow in nature. So this is the another category which we were talking about as a major category. So hollowware is that you can understand like this. I hope you understand in a simple format. Let's try to understand other things. Now, linen. So guys, linen is very important thing to remember. Linen is used all over the hospitality industry. Now someone can ask, what do you understand by linen first? So you should know the answer. Linens are used many places. As I said, it can be used as a table liner. It can be used as a napkin. It can be used as a tablecloth. It can be used as the bed sheets or duvet covers. It can also be used as the aprons what chefs wear. It can also be used as a chair cover or chair bow tie. So basically, as I said earlier, linens are used many places in hospitality industry. But what is linen is all about? So guys, simple definition can be, linen is a textile. Linen is a fabric which is made up of flax plant. Linen is very strong, absorbent and dries more quickly than cotton. I know you can see or you can say that cotton is very much cheaper or easily available. But over here, we are not only looking for cheaper quality or easily available thing. We are actually looking for something which is durable and can be useful for many other purposes. For that, hospitality or hotel industry has chosen linen as a fabrics. Garments made of linen are valued for their exceptional coolness and freshness in hot and humid weather. So basically, this garment is very much useful for the coolness and the hot during hot season. So both the seasons are very suitable for this particular fabric or textile. Okay, let's talk about a little bit from the history. The word linen is originated from its Latin name for the flax plant, from which its origin is linum. So this is how the linen word has come in English. Many products are made up of linens are aprons, bags, towels, for swimming, for bath, for beach, or for body and wash towels, other towels. Many towels are made up in the hotel industry are made up of linen. Napkins, as I discussed earlier, bed linens, tablecloth, runner, chair covers, and men and women wears. So it is not wrong if we say that linen is actually getting used all over in the hospitality. Alright. So let's talk the next is the furniture. Now what is furniture? We all know since our childhood we are having the furniture at our home. It is not very new thing for us. But furnitures in hospitality, you need to understand the basic. How is it important and how exactly it perform and what are the different dimensions you need to remember. I'll share today a couple of them so that you can remember it for a longer period. So furnitures can be defined as any of the structure which is made for the eating, sitting purpose in any of the restaurant and area of the hospitality industry. Examples can be chairs, tables, side stations, bar counters, podiums, etc. Generally, furniture which are used in hospitality industry is made up of wood. But because of the modernization, many of the restaurants are using wood, metal and steel and other things, even plastic, for the furniture purpose. Let's find out a couple of more interesting facts about the furniture. So guys, furniture, as I said, you need to remember these couple of dimensions for your future references. Whenever you say furniture, so being a hospitality student, you should know that what should be the standard size of the tables, of the chairs, so that someone can sit easily. So standard size of chair, that the height of the chair from the floor to the place where you're sitting. I'm talking about this area. So this area where the people are sitting, and this is the height of the chair where the people do sit from the floor. It's supposed to be 18 inches. This is something you should remember always. 18 inches is the height of the sitting area of the chair. When you talk about from the floor till the top, from where you can relax, when you can keep your back on the chair, it's supposed to be standardized. 39 inches is the standard which should be followed by the restaurants. This is not compulsion, but it is the standard which should be used by the restaurants and hotel industry. When you talk about the depth of the chair, it also supposed to be 18 inches. That means the leg from here to here, if you measure, it should be 18 inches. That's only how you can actually balance the seating, right? So that's what you should remember always for the furniture at least. Also, when we talk about tables, if we having 18 inches of height for the sitting area of the chair, what should be the standard height of the table then? So any table with the height from floor, from top of the table, should be 30 inches if the chair is of 18 inches. So this is what the standard height of these two. Then only a customer can sit easily. This is what you should remember. This is all about the furniture. Alright students. So eventually we have reached to our last slide. In this slide we will discuss couple of questions which may arise from this particular topic. So let's discuss couple of questions and let's see what all question may come from this particular topic. The first question comes is, what do you understand by food and beverage service equipments? So as you already discussed, then all the equipments according to the categories of the names, everything you can write in this question as an answer. Briefly explain different categories of food and beverage equipments. So this particular question is from the video which we have gone through with, and you get the answer from there. What is the full form of CCG as per the topic described? So CCG, as I told you earlier also, this is a very important topic to understand. That first C stands for cutlery, second crockery, and last one is the glassware. So I hope you can answer this easily. What do you understand by linen? Give some examples of the linen used in hospitality industry. So this is quite easy. You can see this in the slide of linen where we have discussed this very describing way. So this is easy to understand. Then we can go to the next question. Question number 5 can be arise from this particular topic is, what is the standard measurement of restaurant table and chair? So this is what the basic I told you. This is very basic that you should know always being a hospitality student. Then we move to the next question. Question number 6 says, briefly explain the flatware and hollowware with two examples of each. So that means you should know first of all what is a flatware definition along with the hollowware definition, and definitely if you want to know the thing, you can definitely give the answers in or examples easily. Last, the question can be, briefly explain the parts of glassware with the help of the diagram. So this is we discussed in the slide of glassware, where I clearly mentioned that what all can be the parts of the glassware. So these are a couple of questions which may arise through this particular topic, and I hope you all can answer this. So thank you so much for giving your time. My name is Assistant Professor Rohit Jaswal from School of Hospitality, and we are just covered with our first topic of foundation course of Food and Beverage 1, where course code is BSCH1007. See you in the next class. Thank you.